On my most recent Shack Tour video, I did ask if you have any questions or want me to go over anything else in detail, put a comment below. A couple people did. We're going to go over those questions and get some answers coming up. First, a comment from Chris, K2PTC. Thank you very much, Chris. Thanks for sharing, Dan. It's always a pleasure watching your vids. Thank you very much for watching. I know video editing sucks, but post more. I'm trying, buddy. I do enjoy how you present your videos. Thank you very much for watching. And video editing does suck, especially when I'm trying a new software. I'm actually transitioning kind of off the Shack Tour subject, but whatever. I'm transitioning away from Adobe Premiere and onto DaVinci Resolve just because the Adobe products are so damn expensive now. It is getting ridiculous. But thank you so much, Chris, for watching. The next comment we have is from Paul, KJ5GKK. Good to see you, buddy. Great to see your Shack. Even though I'm AE, awesome. Congratulations on the extra. I don't know that I'll ever understand how to make all the gadgets and gizmos work together like you have done. It's trial and error, to be honest. There's a lot of COM port sharing stuff going on that can get really wonky sometimes. And you have to open certain things before other things. It's a literal mess. So if you travel down this road, good luck to you. If you need any assistance, just reach out to me. I'll do what I can to help you. But learning more every day thanks to hams like me. Thank you very much, buddy, who are willing to share. I'm always willing to share. I feel ham radio is not a hobby and not knowledge to keep to yourself. You're not doing anybody any kind of favors. If I have knowledge, I'm going to share it with anybody who I think is going to listen. And if I can help one person, I think I've done what I've set out to do. But thank you very much, Paul, for watching. We got Dean, KQ4ADJ. What is going on, Dean? Very nice setup, Dan. Thank you very much. If it was clean, clean equals unused. That's the truth. That is the truth. There are two things about your Shack I'd like more info on. The remote keyer, he'd like one for his FTDX10, and the Rolls XLR splitter and combiner. Well, Dean, you're in luck because I do have a video. I'll link it somewhere up here. I'm not sure exactly where. It'll also be in the video description below about how I built my remote keyer for my 101D, but it'll also work on your DX10. It'll work on a Yaesu, really any Yaesu that has the remote plug in the back. There's information about that. I built one. The Rolls XLR splitter. I can't pull it out and show you right now, but I'll put a picture of it up here or over here somewhere. And what it does, it takes XLR input and it will split that out into two different XLR outputs. Or conversely, it can take two XLR inputs, split it out into one XLR output. It's a splitter or combiner, depending on which way you're listening to the audio, right? But the main difference between the Rolls splitter and just a regular XLR Y cable is the Rolls splitter will allow you to lift the ground. When I use a regular XLR Y cable, I get a lot of feedback come because it causes a ground loop. And I lift the ground and it eliminates that ground loop. The reason why I use an XLR splitter is because I use one microphone, and this one microphone allows me to record audio like I am right now to make a YouTube video through my Rode mixer, but also send the audio directly to my radio without going through the mixer and without getting all of the EQ and everything else that the mixer does. So the splitter takes one input, in my case, one input straight from my microphone, splits it off to my mixer, which goes to my computer, and also splits it off directly into my Yaesu 101D so I can get the raw audio from the microphone into the 101D. That's why I use the Rolls splitter. Thank you very much for the question. Next one we got is from Stuart Lucky 6558. What's going on, buddy? I hope you're doing lucky today. Dan, great setup. Thanks so much. Can you show us how you ground all that and my antennas? I'm looking for ideas to update mine. I sure can. And let's switch to the other camera and we'll take a little walk around.
Welcome to underneath the desk. Okay. You see a big ground bus bar there, the copper bus bar. Every piece of equipment I have is grounded to that bus bar. And then there is copper strap that goes up into the wall and in the attic over to my utility closet, and then out from there to the ground rod where the electrical house connection ground is. It's a mess, but we're getting there. Let me show you the back of some of the equipment, and I'll show you the straps that connect the equipment to that bus bar right there. All right, here is the back of the 101D. You see a ground strap that's connected over to that. That goes over to that bus bar I was talking about. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but my tuner has a ground strap. Oh, man, that's a big reach on it right here. My amplifier has a ground strap on it right here. And all that goes down to that copper bus bar right here. This little black box back here is a Paradan antenna disconnector. I'm going to move some of these wires out of the way. Maybe you can see it better. This black box right here is a Paradan antenna disconnector. That's also grounded from the radio, A and B out, and from my antennas on this side, A and B in. What this little box here does, when you apply DC power to this, which I have off of this bus bar, which is only powered when my radio turns on, this connects my antennas, input to output. When you remove DC power from this, i.e. when I turn the radio off, it disconnects the antennas from the output and it shunts all the antennas to ground from that strap right there. Right now, currently, I do not have any grounding outside on my antennas. I need to correct that. That's on my list of stuff to do. So don't hate me. We'll get to it. Thanks so much for the grounding question. I know it's an absolute mess, but hey, we're doing a little bit as we can. So it's not like a weekend project. It's a upgrade as you go kind of project.
Next question we got is from Mo. What's happening, buddy? Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Bravo asked for my PC specs on my monitors, my desk, and the camera that I use for streaming and recording. That's a whole bunch, but let's get into it. All right, we'll start with the desk. It is actually just an Amazon cheap. I have two of them. Two of these Tribal Designs modern computer desks. They're 63 by 31.5 inch desks. They're El Cheapo desk, and I have two of them in an L configuration. That's the desk. I'll leave a link below if anybody is interested in the desk. Let's move on to what camera I use. Believe it or not, the camera is an El Cheapo Logitech 4K webcam that I got mounted just on top of my monitor there. I'm pointing at you. But yeah, a Logitech 4K webcam, and use the 4K part of it. I put out videos on YouTube in 1080p, but everything I record is in 4K. It does make your recording file sizes a lot bigger. Sometimes you have space issues if you don't have a large external drive or something like that. But I record everything in 4K because it gives me the ability to zoom in and out as I need to and not lose the picture quality. Let's see what else you ask here. I got the desk. We did the camera that I use for streaming and recording, monitors, and the PC specs. Let's look at the PC specs first. And unfortunately, I can't share a link to this because it's no longer on Amazon, but it is in my order history here. It is a Lenovo Legion Tower, the 5i. It's a gaming desktop is what they call it. Has Intel Core i7 11700F processor, the GeForce RTX 3070 graphics card. It came with 32 gigs of RAM. I did upgrade it to 64. DisplayPort, HDMI, keyboard and mouse, which I didn't use. That came with it. I got my wireless keyboard and mouse that I use. Comes with a Wi-Fi, Windows 11, all that nifty stuff. But it's really nothing special. It's basically just a gaming computer. But for video work, you want a good graphics card, obviously. And you want some kind of editing software that can take use of that graphics card. Some editing software, you might have to purchase it for it to use GPU over CPU. But a good graphics card is always a good thing to have. But it's a Lenovo Legion Tower, the 5i gaming desktop. I'm sure they got better ones out now. I mean, I ordered this one back in on October of 2023. So I'm sure there's much better and much faster ones out nowadays, but this one does the trick just fine. Let's see what else you wanted. I did the PC specs, the monitors. I did get the monitors on Amazon as well, except for my center monitor, which I got from work, but we'll go over those now. All right, monitors for you, Mo. I got a bunch of these. This is kind of like my go-to monitor for things around the house. I bought a pair each for my kids. I had 3 set up on my desk. I have one just laying over there not doing anything right now. But I use these, the Pixio PX248 Prime V2 24-inch monitors that I have on either side of me. My main monitor in the very center, I did not get on Amazon. I got through work. It is a Samsung 32-inch is my primary monitor right in front of me. And I didn't know what I was missing until I got this 32-inch monitor versus the 24s, especially when it comes to editing video or trying to look at multiple things at the same time. It's basically having a big TV screen in front of you, and you can spread stuff out really well and see a lot of different stuff at the same time. So there you go, buddy. That's my PC specs, monitors, desk, and the camera that I use. Thanks so much for your question, buddy, and thanks for watching. And this last one, we're just going to leave right here. Steve J. M2R. He shows the worst, most untidy desk in the world, full of absolute rubbish, and tells us that he hasn't cleaned it up as if we thought he had. Sad ham.